Hello everybody, I hope your summer is off to a great start. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter than usual because honestly the market slows down typically in July and August, and this year was no different than years of the past. And it's always kind of hard in the summer to figure out exactly what's happening with the market because there just isn't enough sales volume to really see which direction things are headed. And right now, depending on which stats you read, you could really either think the market's in a great spot or in a very bad spot. So for example, if you look at the average sales price year over year, it's up 2.4%. If you look at the number of sales in July, this July had 1,987 sales. That was higher than both July 2023 and July 2022. So looking at average sale price and number of sales, you might conclude the market's in a good spot. But on the other hand, if you look at stats like active listings, which are up 55% year over year, or months of inventory, which is up 33% year over year, you could start thinking the market's in a really bad place. But at the end of the day, the market is sort of just creeping along right now. There's no dramatic shifts one way or the other. Average prices seem to have found some stable ground right now. At the end of July, it sat at $1,087,000. And it's sort of been in that range for this entire year, actually. And then so it sort of becomes, okay, so what's going to happen in the fall market? And, we've had 2 rate cuts so far. There was 1 rate cut in June, 1 rate cut in July. Lately, we've seen that the 5-year Canadian bond yield has trended down. I checked yesterday, it was sitting around 2.9%. Typically, there's a 1.5% spread between the bond yield and the 5-year mortgage fixed rate. So we should start seeing mortgage rates come in around that 4.5% mark, maybe 4.5 to 4.75% mark sometime in the fall. And the Bank of Canada has another announcement on September 4th, and it's highly anticipated that they'll do a rate cut again at that meeting. So that will be 3 rate cuts in a row. And I sort of think that with 3 rate cuts in a row and hopefully a decline in 5-year fixed mortgage rates, buyer confidence will resume. So my prediction for the fall is I think it'll be a better fall than last year. I think the average sales price will be up year over year. I think the number of sales will be up year over year, but they certainly won't be on pace with more active fall markets like we saw in 2020 and 2021. But I think generally the market is trending in a pretty good spot right now. Again, for buyers who are starting to come back to the market, there's a lot more inventory for them to look at so they can be a bit more picky. And we're seeing that, like days on market, like I mentioned earlier, is taking longer for homes to sell because buyers have that ability to go shop around more and not feel pressure to buy stuff instantly. So I think the market will be pretty healthy in the fall. I don't think it's going to go crazy, but I do think it'll just trend upwards nicely. But aside from that, I just expect, like I said, the market to be quite stable moving forward. I think there'll be opportunities for buyers. There are some people who are feeling pretty stretched right now and are forcing themselves to sell places, both condos and freeholds. We're seeing more of that in the condo market, which is largely investor owned. So there will be opportunities. I personally believe in the next 6 to 12 months, there'll be some great buying opportunities for condos. But I'll keep my eye on things. Again, I don't think there'll be much change at the next video because that will be talking about August stats. And like I said, July and August tends to slow down a little bit. But I'll keep my eye on things. I will report back to you in a few weeks. Until then, enjoy the rest of your summer and good luck heading back to school in the fall with all the kids heading back to school and daycare. Anyways, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.